Good morning, everyone. Happy Supercharged Manifesting Monday. Welcome to the start of another week. I'm going to wait for you all to join. Give your love. Hang on a second. Let me look over here. All right. Happy Monday. It is the start of another week. It's the start of a holiday week. Where those of you that celebrate Easter, I celebrate Easter. Those of you that celebrate Easter, it's Easter week. And I am, hang on a second. Oh, wow. Where did you go? Okay. I'm waiting for you all to join and give your love to each other. Happy Monday. Today, we're talking about your purpose. And just to prep you, this is a 4-part series. And hey, good morning. Happy Monday, Manifesting Family. I love it. And so this is a 4-part series. So I want you to know that we're starting today. This is not something I've done before. So, or not something I do very regularly. I think the last time I did this was 3 or 4 years ago. So I say that to say every Monday for the next 4 weeks, the conversation continues and it builds on each other. So you want to make sure you're here for all 4 parts starting today. All right, here is everyone. Yay! Great morning to all of you. Happy Monday. All right, so we are, I'm just gonna repeat myself. Yes, there you go. Marcella says, I love this. So we're talking about, I entitled this 4-part series, Science of Getting Rich for Entrepreneurs. And this is part 1 today, which starts with what is your purpose? But my intention for the 4 parts is to dive in and break down why success and wealth is actually your birthright. It's not this thing that we have to wish and long and hope for. It's actually your birthright. The other parts I'm going to talk about is how to make success easy. And the Science of Getting Rich teaches us how to do these things. These are universal principles. They are like the law of gravity. Once you apply them, they work for everyone. So it's just a matter of learning. What are these laws? How do I apply them? What is the truth that I need to know? And the third part we're going to talk about is how to trust in your inevitable success. One of the things I see that most people spend a lot of time and energy around is worrying, and being anxious if it's really meant to be for them. If it's going to ever happen, if it's like requires something special that they don't have. And so I just want to put you at ease and show you, according to the Science of Getting Rich, that you can trust in your inevitable success, and then how to leverage opportunities that will bring you success. So I'm excited. Good morning. So many wonderful people here today. As you can see, we give each other love. That's our thing. So we start off Monday mornings together. And yeah, good morning, goddesses. I love it. We start off Monday mornings together, and this is our spiritual coffee, our way of connecting and being in high vibration as we go off into the week. Now, the principles in the book, The Science of Getting Rich, is the basis of everything that I teach and share, but most importantly, that I live by. And not only have these principles totally 360 degrees changed my life, but every person that I have served in the last 10 years, what we have done is we have lived the principles of the Science of Getting Rich. And I like to say, like my history teacher in like 11th grade said, Tasha, what's worked for other people will work for you. I've never forgotten that, right? As I was moaning and groaning, I can't do this. It's so hard. I don't know if I'm going to pass this test. She's like, Tasha, what other people have done, so can you. And so I want to remind you of my history teacher's wise words. These principles have served millions of people outside of our little container, but just within our container, the practice of these principles have led people just like you and me to create well over $55 million. If it can happen for them, it can happen for you, it can happen for me. We're all the same. What's beautiful about it is it's just certain laws that once you learn them and you apply them, you get the results that you desire, right? So with that, I think that in order for you to own And this part here today, we're talking about just having you understand that it is your birthright. Success and wealth and being rich is your birthright. And in order for you to own that so that you never question, second guess, worry, is that you must first be clear on why you're here. Why are you here? And this is one of the most profound questions I think any human being can ask and should know the answer to. Like, if I wake you up in the middle of the night, you should know the answer to, why are you here? Why am I here? Another way of asking that question is, what is my purpose? What is my purpose? And there are layers in the answer to that question. Like with my goddesses, we've gone really deep with that question, way outside of the context of this dimension and into like all the dimensions, all the lives, all the ways that we've exist in human and non-human form. And that's a very high level answer to that question. But for the context of the science of getting rich and this moment, this human life, this timeline, you here right now, why are you here? What is your purpose? Right? In order for you to understand that being wealthy is your birthright, you have to be able to answer that question first. And the science of getting rich says we are all here to develop and to grow. We're all here to develop and to grow, to express all that God wants to express through you. Why are you here? You're here. You are here in this human form to allow the creator, God, universe, source to express all that can be expressed through you. Another way of saying that is to live all the life that you are capable of living. Now, what you're capable of living is different than what I'm capable of living, and what the other person, your mother, your sister, your friend, your husband, every person has a different capacity for what they're capable of living. And it's not up for comparison. Like I don't want to concern myself with what is your capacity. I want to be about the business of understanding mine. What is my capacity? What am I here to fully express? So in other words, I came in with the capacity that is this size. I don't want to live a this size life, right? If my capacity is this size, I want to live it to the fullest. And here's one of the things that I always remind myself of: there are countless souls who never or haven't yet gotten the opportunity to come and get this chance to express this form of life so fully. There's countless souls that are waiting for this chance, this opportunity to be here on this earthly plane, in this human experience. Like literally, they are countless souls wishing they had what you have, right? The opportunity to fully express what God wants to express through them, right? And so for me, I take this life, this beautiful life experience to heart. And I really encourage all of you to be able to answer that question. So your purpose, if I were to bring it down into a nutshell, is to live a life of success, to live a life of success. And to be successful, according to the science of getting rich, says it's to become what you want to become in all areas of your life. To have a life where you get, one of my favorite sayings is, I get to that point where it's the end of my life and I live for hearing, well done, good and faithful servant. Well done. Beyond well done. Like you took everything you got when you were sent to this human experience and you maximize it to your fullest potential and capabilities. Well done. Like that is for me the end all. That's what I live for. That's what I consider a successful life, right? I would have done good if I get to hear that. And I every single day, like I don't wait till, that moment comes, but every single day I evaluate, am I feeling like that along the journey? Am I feeling like I'm doing well, like I am successful? And it's not just in finances, it's in all areas of your life. It's understanding I want to be successful in all areas of my life. That is true wealth in your health, in your relationships, in your spirituality, and in your finances, your business, your career. But this conversation is really about those of you that have taken the courageous leap of saying, I want to start a business, right? And I know that some of you have careers and that is your path. There's nothing wrong with that. I want you to listen to this conversation through the context of I'm on a professional career path. That's totally fine. I tailored this conversation because a majority of the women that are served in our community have either they have a business right now or they have the desire to have a business. And so I want to tailor the rest of the conversation around your purpose and helping you to understand that success and wealth is your birthright as we talk about it in the context of entrepreneurship, right? Being a business owner. And so your purpose is to live to capacity. Your purpose, right? We've broken it down, lots of different layers to develop, to grow, to allow God to express fully through you, to live all that you're capable of living, to live a life of success. And all of that, I would say, is to live to your fullest capacity. So that in the science of getting rich, it says, so that you can where it says, so that you can have the unrestricted use of all the things which may be necessary to the fullest mental, spiritual, and physical unfoldment. In other words, it's your right to be rich, to live to your fullest capacity. Your purpose for being here is to live to your fullest capacity. Why? So that you can have the unrestricted use of everything that's needed to contribute to the fullest mental, spiritual, and physical unfoldment in your life so that you can fully express while you're here. You have the right to everything that will contribute to that. That is your purpose. Your business is a vehicle that allows you to live your purpose. So let me just go back to that. Your purpose is to live to your fullest capacity. Your business is just a vehicle that allows you to do that. And I think for a lot of people, they confuse my business is my purpose. What is your purpose here? To serve, you know, um, to serve women or to show people how to do this or to sell this product. That is not your purpose. Your purpose is to live to the fullness that you are capable of. And one of the things that allows you to do that is your business. So first thing I want you to understand is that there is a distinction between your purpose and your business. Your business is a vehicle that allows you to fulfill your purpose. You are here with the right, like if you want to put that in all caps, I have the right to have everything that contributes to my development and my success. You have the right, not the hope, not the wish, not even a desire. It's your right. You have the right to have everything that will contribute to your development and your success. You have the right. What contributes to your development? You know what? In order for me to develop physically and live to my capacity, I need time. I need space. I need fresh air. I need great relationships. I need wealth. I need to know there's money in the bank. Everything that contributes to your development and success, you have the right to it. So understanding that is going to help you to understand why success is your birthright. The questions that we have to ask ourselves in order to get what is ours, to get what is our birthright, is what does it look like? What does it look like for me to be all that I can be? What does it look like for me to be all that I can be? When God is fully expressed through me, what does that look like? You know how you know? what it looks like for God to be fully expressed through you, it's the desires that are in your heart, the desires that you have, that all of us have, and it's different for each of us. But that is how you know. I know I am crystal clear about what it looks like for God to be fully expressed through me because I am deeply connected to my desires. I understand them. That is God whispering, this is what I want to see. This is what I want to experience through you, Tasha. And it's each one of us that has our own unique desires waiting for full expression. But you will not experience it if you're not clear around what it is. What does it look like? And so many times, and I'm just going to be honest with you, when I find myself feeling unfulfilled or frustrated or just like blah, what's happening in those moments is I am not fully expressing. I'm not living to my capacity. Like just like the grass can't help growing, we cannot help wanting to be successful. And some of us, that's the thing that, we we end up with that feeling of frustration or unfulfillment or sadness or anxiety or feeling depressed because we're just not fully expressing ourselves. And whatever the reason that we're doing that is, it's literally like you are working against something that you have to do. Just like if you try to stop yourself from breathing, just think about if you held your nose and how that would feel if you closed your lips and held your nose and just made yourself not breathe for an extended period of time. How that would feel. Well, that's the same thing as not fully expressing yourself, not living to the capacity and capability that we all have, and not calling in everything that is required for us to express that. And so you have to understand, like, that's why I'm feeling that way. That's the reason I feel so disconnected. I feel so blah. I feel so unfulfilled. I'm not really tapped into my purpose, living to my fullest capacity. So I want to, this is my right to be rich. I want to inspire all of you. That is a question. What does it look like for me to be all that I can be in business? And just know this is not looking out at the world and seeing what everybody else is doing. This is a question for you. God, universe, source, speaks to each of us individually. And it's not for listening to what somebody else and making that says and making that yours. It's for you to spend the time to identify what is it for you, right? The second question is, what will it take? What will it take? Let me be crystal clear. If it's my right to have everything that contributes to my development and my success, then let me be crystal clear about what I need. What will it take? What is included for me to have all that contributes to the elegance, beauty, and richness of life for me? What will it take? And this is where you get to ask powerfully. This is a part of understanding your purpose. You're here to live to the fullness of your capacity and knowing what will be required. So I, over time, have learned I need space, I need time, I need freedom. I'm a visionary. I need creative expression. I need wealth that allows me to have that time and have that space. I need long periods of just like downtime. I need to be in the mountains. I need to be able to afford a lifestyle that allows me to travel and enjoy beauty and rich experiences. Yes, because I love them. Yes, because God wants to experience that through me. And the truth is, I've come to learn these things about myself so much because I see when I'm in those settings, I literally, like the veil between hearing God is so thin. There's no distractions anymore. I'm in my highest vibration and it's just me and God. And that's it's, people will say, well, Tasha, you don't need that, just sit in your house and pray. And I do, and I get that connection, but it's another level when I'm in those experiences. God placed those desires within me, and you have different desires than I do. And so I have worked to become really clear. What do I need? What does it look like for Tasha? And this is a question that each of you have to answer as part of your purpose, because here is what you might not know. When you are crystal clear on what, if my purpose is to fully express myself, and it's my right to have everything that allows me to fully express myself, it's my right to have everything that contributes to my success and my development, then, and I define those things. This is what I look like fully expressed. This is the success version of me, right? I am um the CEO of a business. I see Dakira on here, who I remember her saying, when she established her business, she set it up as a family enterprise, not just a regular LLC, not just, an S corp, not just a sole proprietorship. She set it up as a family enterprise. So for her, her fullest expression in her business was to create a family enterprise that would create wealth for generations to come. It wasn't just her singularly. And so each of us has that level of clarity if we take the time to answer the questions that we're asking. But when you know that, and then you go on to, okay, so that is me fully expressed in my business. What is it going to take in order for me to have that full expression? Well, you know what? I'm going to need time to develop myself. I'm going to need support. I'm going to need mentorship. I'm going to need the spaciousness in my life to learn about myself, to not have to struggle financially. I'm going to need financial safety. Beyond financial safety, I'm going to need financial peace. I'm going to need to travel. I'm going to need to put myself in beautiful, luxurious, elegant experiences so I can see what God wants to experience through me. That's what it looks like for me to live the elegance, beauty, and richness of life. Right? So I want you to understand that this is uh I don't like saying this is a must, and I don't like saying that you should. It's imperative. I don't know which other way to say it. Answering these questions are crucial. What is needed for you to develop? I know from serving so many of you, these are the things, and I want you to write them down. I want you to type them because I want you to tap into, is this a yes for you? Time freedom. In order for me to develop fully, I need time freedom. I can see when I get over busy and I don't have my time to journal and just to sit and think and visualize and be and listen to something that renews my mind. When I get too all so busy and there's no time and no space, doesn't work for me. In order for me to develop and grow, I need time freedom, right? I know that for all of us, we need money freedom, we need wealth. If you are worrying financially, if you're not feeling financially safe, there is no room for you to grow. I have this little diagram in my book. I never thought I was going to share this, but this will be a whole other teaching I do. Hopefully you can see it. Hang on a second. Where is it? Where did it go? It's this little triangle right here, right? And in my notes, I said, there are three phases. There is when you're compromised is the bottom level of the triangle. This is when you're economically at risk. Financially, you're at risk. You're not safe. And you cannot grow when you're in that space. You can't develop. You need money to just survive. And then the next level is you're content. You have just enough. This is where we settle. This is where we're living beneath what we're capable of. And then the highest rung is capable. This is where you ask yourself, what will it take for me to be at my fullest capacity, to be living what I'm fully capable of? And when you're at that level, it requires financial freedom. It requires wealth. At that level, you have the opportunity financially to fully express yourself, to do all the things that life allows you to do, to enjoy, so that you can grow and develop, right? So, second one is financial freedom. I think the other thing that I have identified that we all need is health. Would you agree? In order for me to develop and grow, I have to be in good health. I have to be in the best health. And as someone who's been nursing a head cold and definitely releasing it, it is all gone and done. I mean, the last 4 or 5 days. So it's what? It's been 5 days. And I have been so not myself. And I mean, talk about being grateful for when I am healthy, because I think to myself, oh my goodness, if what is life without health? Like, the way in 5 days I have seen my energy level, my thinking capacity, my desire to do nothing. I'm like, oh my gosh, where would I be without great health? So, right? I think, yes, good health. And then the last one is mental freedom. Mental freedom. I see, if we could really release our limitations, if we could be truly mentally free. I remember one of my favorite songs growing up was from Bob Marley. I came to learn in later days that it was actually a poem written by Marcus Garvey. And he says, emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. I was probably 10 or 11 when I learned the words to that song. And it's just one of those things where it struck me, and it took me into adulthood to understand what that message was. If we're not mentally free, we cannot grow and develop. So, this, I think, is a part of everyone's answer. What do you need? And this is where you get to ask, I need mental freedom. I need to be able to think with the fullest capacity, no limitations, no restrictions, no being small, no thinking just enough. I want to be as expansive as I can be mentally, right? In order to have those things, in order to have time freedom, money freedom, financial freedom, in order to have great health, in order to have mental freedom, in order for you to have all of those things, you need wealth. And what does the science of getting rich say? It says it is your right to have everything you need to have wealth. It is your right. It is your right to be rich. So when you have your business, when you have your career, when you have your thing that you are using as a vehicle that gives you what you need, my vehicle is one of the things that gives me what I need. Your business, your career, it's a vehicle, and it says you have the right to have everything that contributes to what you need, right? You have the right to have everything in its fullness. Therefore, you have the right, it is your birthright to have success and wealth in your business, because having success and wealth in your business means you get to develop and grow, which is why you're here. Having success and wealth in your business means you get to live to your fullest capacity. You get to experience life fully. You get to have time freedom, wealth. You get to have health. You get to have, you know, um, you get to travel, you get to do everything that your spirit and your soul requires. And so you have to understand that success and wealth and being rich is not a thing for you to hope for. It's not a thing for you to wish for. It is your right to have it. It's your right to have it, because having it means you get to live your purpose. You get to live fully while you're here. I love it. So, with that, this morning, that is my love message for you. Remember, this is a 4-part series. This is part one. And if I were to say, what is your homework from this conversation? It's to really sit with, I have the right to be wealthy. I have the right to be rich. I have the right to be successful. I have the right to those things, because having those things allows me to live out my purpose, right? That's right. It is my birthright. All right, everyone. Have an incredible Monday. Oh, by the way, my beautiful Inga reminded me that what makes it easy, especially because this is a four-part series. You want to make sure that you are here. So if you're not in our Facebook reminder system, go ahead and type the word reminder in the comments. It will sign you up to get our messages every Monday morning before I go live. You'll get the exact link to the live. It makes it so much easier. Every time I go live, you get a notification in Facebook Messenger. So make sure you type the word reminder in the comments, check your Facebook Messenger, and sign up and say, yes, I want all the notifications. And then every time I go live, it just makes it easy for you to get notified. All right. So you can get here and get all this goodness that I'm going to share over the next 4 weeks. Mwah. I love you all. Have a great Monday and a wonderful rest of the week. Happy and holy Easter to everyone that celebrates. Enjoy time with your families and however it is that you celebrate Easter.